We're Mikayla and Chris. Welcome back to our channel. In this episode, Mikayla got to go see Epic Universe in Orlando Universal Resort before it opened to the public and is taking you along for the adventure. Alright, so just made it to Grand Helios Hotel in Universal. We are, again, hanging out for the weekend. Just flew to Florida here for the weekend, checking out Epic Universe before it opens tomorrow, and then we're going to Universal for the other two parks on Sunday before heading home on Monday. But had to take advantage of being invited to the preview, and we'll show you around the hotel once we get checked in. Alright, thought I would do a quick room tour. So there's a front entryway with the door. I'm just in a standard room, but regular size closet. Put clothes in, bathroom, and then a shower area. And then I just did a 2 queen. That was what was cheapest, little desk area, and then the coolest part is obviously being like right next to Epic Universe. So I'm in the parks there, you can see the roller coasters. I'm not in like, again, the top tier room, but you can also see the front of the hotel. And there's some restaurants and bars that have really nice views, especially from the park at night. But yeah, there's a designated entrance, so I'll take you through that tomorrow morning. But I'm gonna get settled in and we'll see where the day takes us. All right, quick gym tour for those that care. They've got lots of treadmills, a couple bikes, a couple machines, free weights, and then a cable machine as well. So it definitely does everything that you would need, and then you get to look at all the people coming back from the park and looking at you walking on the treadmill. It's great. Half pool, the vibes are good. There's not that many people here in the evening, but it's a pretty place to come relax and enjoy. Obviously, I'm sure it'll get busier when the park actually opens, but I would recommend. Good morning. We are getting ready to head into the park in just a few minutes. We get in early, so if you stay at a Universal property, you get to go in an hour before it opens. So that's 8 o'clock for us. So I'm just finishing up, drinking some coffee, and then we'll head into the park. The first world we visited was Harry Potter and went to the Ministry of Magic, as it was the first day the ride was actually open with a regular line. Now keep in mind this is preview, but the line was long. I waited about 2 hours, but it was almost up to 5 throughout the day. The queue is spectacular with design, but honestly I would say waiting more than an hour makes the ride feel a little underwhelming. Just my 2 cents. So we're heading into Dark Universe. See what monsters await me.
Thing to be afraid of. He is amazing, better than the original.
The next world we went to was Super Mario Brothers, and I would say by far this was the most immersive land of them all. As you can see, it really feels like you're being transported into the game, and everything is just so life-size it makes you feel miniature, which I think adds to the overall experience. Due to the immersive style of the land, it was by far the busiest with just lots of people. It's very kid-friendly as well, so I think that also just adds to the busyness of the crowds, but highly worth a stop here on your visit to Epic. Made it to How to Train Your Dragon. So far the least crowded land I've been in, but really well done. I'd say it feels like the second most immersive of all the lands. Gonna ride on some dragons. Last ride of the night is called Fire Drill in Dragon's Land, so I'm closing out the evening, hopefully not getting soaked. And I got soaked on that ride, but I'm gonna head out because the park's about to close. We're entering Dark Universe. So this is the dedicated entrance and exit to the park from the Helios Hotel. Obviously it's real convenient. Park's right there, hotel's right there. Gets a bit busy in the mornings, but other than that, it's pretty much just a straight shot in and out. You check your tickets and everything at the window. Alright, so recap of the day. I just got back. As you can tell, you can see the difference right here. I got soaked on Fire Drill in How to Train Your Dragon Land, Isle of Berk. So don't recommend that with little kids who just want to shoot you with water and get you soaked because they think it's funny. But it was a nice way to cool off. Obviously it was hot outside all day, so I'll take it. So after a very full day, started at about 7:30, went down to the lobby. The lobby line was super long. I don't know if that was just today. I think it was, according to some of the staff. Hopefully that's something that they work out when the park officially opens. But now it's just about like 8:15. So spent about 12 hours, took a little break midday because again, that's like part of the benefit of staying at the Helios is you literally just walk in from the park and it's super great and convenient. I overall would probably recommend Epic Universe as like a 7 out of 10. I liked my second half of the day better than my first. I think because I waited about 2 and some hours for Harry Potter, and I was a little underwhelmed with the ride and probably just consequential to the wait time. Had it been shorter, I probably would have enjoyed it more. But the second half of the day, I got through many more rides, and probably my 2 favorites of the day were Hiccups roller coaster in Isle of Berk. That's just like a fun medium-sized coaster. And then To my surprise, Stardust Racers, though very intense, super fun. I mean, it's a hardcore roller coaster, straight up, straight down, inversions, 65 miles an hour. It's fast, but it's a blast, and you race with another coaster, so that's really fun. But those are probably the highlights of my day. I went and got pizza, and I'll put the name of the restaurant below. I can't think of it right this second. Pizza was really good for amusement park food. Dinner was right there. So I really just looked up. I spent a lot of time doing most of the rest of the rides in the second half of the day and really enjoyed that. So I would recommend coming, but again, you know, maybe give it some time, especially if you're not gonna come, or, you know, if it's not on your list to be here in the first year. Give it some time, let the weights go down, and then I think you'll really enjoy the park. It's really immersive. Their lands are really well themed. I still think Mario Brothers land is by far the most immersive, but I think there's, you know, a good experience in all of them. Like I said, I think the biggest thing is wait times and the rides themselves. I think there's not that many rides overall, and I think if you feel like you wait 2-3 hours for a ride, it'll feel underwhelming. So that would be my advice, is maybe wait a little while before visiting the park, but otherwise I would highly recommend a trip and maybe splurge on the Helios. It's a very nice hotel, and like I said, the convenience of being basically in the park is super cool.